Good evening, respected President, Mr. Anand, the Chairman of MSME Subcommittee, the Chief Guest, Mr. Venkatachalamapati, GM Operations in NSIC. Good evening to all. So the chamber, as for the people who are attending for the first time, I would like to briefly introduce the chamber. The chamber is a 92-year-old chamber, Andhra Chamber of Commerce. We have branches in Vizag, Vijayawada, and Hyderabad, and we have more than 1,500 members and 35 product associations under our fold. And the the chamber has around 16 subcommittees on various aspects like foreign trade and skill development and things like that. And one such subcommittee is the MSME subcommittee, which is a vibrant subcommittee, I would say, because we organize programs on every month. The first week of Wednesday, we used to organize regularly the program that is being, a bit put up due to this COVID. And anyway, but we make it a point to have at least one monthly lecture on MSMEs, on very valid subjects. So thanks to Mr. Anand for continuously coordinating this every month. And this chamber has been doing this work of certificate of origin, giving certificate of origin, issue of visa recommendation letters and things like that. And we also do various programs and seminars on in topics of interest to the members. And the MSMEs, as we all know, that it contributes. It is the major backbone of any economy, and more so to Indian economy. And as it contributes more for the GDP as well as for the employment and exports to the country. And so there are many schemes actually for the MSMEs by both state and central governments. Only thing is the awareness is lacking. So we normally make it a point to organize such programs for the benefit of MSMEs, to make them understand that there are schemes available, and then why can't they avail the schemes. So this is one such initiative. And I now request our President, Dr. V.L. Indira Dutt, to please welcome the chief guest and the gathering. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi. Good evening to all. On behalf of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, I welcome you all to the webinar on the schemes for MSME by National Small Industries Corporation. I extend my hearty welcome to the speaker, Sri U. Venkatachalamapati, General Manager, SG, the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, Government of India Enterprise, will be the speaker. I extend a warm welcome to Sri M.K. Anand and Sri V.S. Prashant Kumar, Chairman and Co-Chairman of MSME Subcommittee of the Chamber, will be the moderators. The micro, small and medium enterprises sector is a major contributor to the socio-economic development of the country. In India, the sectors have gained significant importance due to its contribution to gross domestic product GDP of the country and exports. The sector has also contributed immensely with respect to the entrepreneurship development, especially in semi-urban and rural areas of India. India has approximately 6.3 crores MSMEs. The number of registered MSMEs grew 18.5%, yo-yo to reach 25.13 lakhs, 2.5 million units in 2020 from 21.21 lakh, 2.1 million, that is, units in 2019. The Indian MSME sector contributes about 29% towards the GDP through its national and international trade. Our chamber organizes programs of interest and value to the MSMEs once in a while. NSIC is one of the supporting body to MSMEs set up under Ministry of MSMEs. We felt that the schemes offered by them would be useful to the MSMEs. NSIC has been working to promote, aid and foster the growth of micro, small and medium enterprises in the country. NSIC operates through countrywide network of offices and technical centers in the country. In addition, NSIC has set up training cum incubation center professional manpower. Today we have with us Sri U. Venkatachalamapati, General Manager, SG, the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, who will be presenting the schemes offered by NSIC for MSMEs in detail. I once again welcome you all to this webinar. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for the brief introduction. And Mr. Anand, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'd like to say. Yes, I'd like to introduce the speaker of the day.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Dr. V.L. Indradat of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, and Secretary General, Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi, and all the participants who have assembled here. I guess most of you are entrepreneurs and professionals. It's my proud privilege to invite the chief guest speaker of the day, Mr. U. Venkatachalapathy. I just want to read a brief profile of Sir. Sir is BMBA and Head of Operations of NSIC Technical Service Center, Chennai, having infrastructure and professionally qualified manpower which conducts short-term as well as long-term skill development training courses in computer software, hardware, electronics, CNC, CAD, CAM courses, preparation of execution of a business plan to make this center as profit center, design and implement effective teaching and learning process, review and incorporate appropriate methodology and technology, etc. Operating commercial activities like government purchase registration, short-term finance, raw material assistance against bank guarantee, which is like annual turnover of 5 crores. Mr. U. Venkatachalapathy is a general manager, SG and center head. In fact, recently moved from Gujarat to Chennai. And he's been very kind and consented to Andhra Chamber of Commerce for last about 2.5 months. He's been talking to us. And due to pandemic, actually, this session has been shifted to today. Otherwise, it would have been happened like 2.5 months before. And I waited for his presence to be here because MSMEs in large are expecting quite a lot of awareness and education, as our Secretary General mentioned, about government schemes. Most of us in this part of the world, which is southern side, we are not much aware of various schemes, and we always feel like it's cumbersome process to really approach government schemes. So what Chamber of Commerce felt like, let us invite the government officers who directly deal with such schemes, who should be able to really present it in a contextually relevant manner. And Mr. Venkatachalapathy is here to enlighten us on all these areas. In fact, Sir has actually, visited several countries in the past for MSMEs and other industries like Italy, Czechoslovakia, Greece, South Korea, and various other countries, and represented Government of India on various occasions. And he's kind enough to be with us along with his few of his colleagues who have experienced about 17 years and 25 years respectively in NSIC, who are going to show us the way forward to avail all the NSIC schemes for our business. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Very good afternoon. Respected President Madam, Secretary Mr. Anand, the other senior office bearers, enthusiastic entrepreneurs, those who are participating in this webinar. Once again, good afternoon to you all. NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, the premier public sector enterprise. Way back in 1955, it was started by Government of India as a public sector enterprise with the primary focus to foster the growth of MSME sector across India. It's a pan-India organization. We have our offices, either commercial office or technical office, technical centers in all the states. Across India, in all the states, we have our presence. Our products are all service in nature. There is no physical product. So we have more than 18 service products. Basically, we can classify our product in a simple way into 4 M's. One is marketing product, then money, then materials, then manpower. Since all are with the entrepreneurship background and all, let me start with the marketing.
Sir, just a second, sir. Is it possible for you to take the mask and talk, because people say that they are not able to?
Fine.
You.
I will also be happy.
No, because they are not able to hear, they say. So that's
Yes.
Thank you.
Fine. Thank you,
sir.
Yeah. Basically, in the marketing side, we have a single point registration scheme. So the MSMEs, those who are manufacturing certain product and all, where the demand is more in the government. So once they registered with NSIC under single point registration scheme, then they participate in government tenders. Start with the tender cost is free, maybe few thousands. Okay. Second thing, once they fill the tender, And when submitting to the government, public sector or government departments, whatever the earnest money to be paid, sometimes it goes to the tune of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, totally they are getting exempted. Being entrepreneur, you all may be aware that now Government of India has come out with the orders that all the government departments, more than 200 central public sectors are there, direct government departments are there. The annual procurement, 25% they have to mandatorily procure from MSME sector. In such a kind of condition, my NSIC certificate, single point registration certificate is more valid. Though there are other things, Udyog registration, other things, the weightage is given more for NSIC registration. So on behalf of NSIC, I wanted to assure you, those who are coming to NSIC for registration, whatever the documental part required, the moment you are submitting in Toto, within 10 working days, we see that you are getting your certificate. Of course, there is a third party inspection from other government department. That is all NSIC will take care of the process. We'll intimate them in time. Okay, and within 10 working days, you'll get the registration. That is valid for 2 years. Okay. So apart from this particular first marketing program, this is valid for the in between. Suppose you can ask the question, sir, in between my product range we added, we upgraded the type. You can apply to NSIC with the minimum charges that will be included. There is no problem. Okay. This is basic marketing scheme. Second is we have another tender marketing scheme. That is, we form consortia among the similar kind of product people. For example, fan. If there are 10 or 15 people are manufacturing fans, we form a consortia and NSIC will be the consortia president. We participate on behalf of this consortia to the tenders, fetch the order, and we will distribute to the MSMEs, depends on their capacity of manufacturing. Here, the entrepreneur, they have to concentrate only on production. Marketing part, NSIC is handling. And getting the payment from government also, NSIC will support and it will see that money is coming in corrected. This is tender marketing scheme. Third, we facilitate all these MSME sectors to participate in domestic exhibition as well as international exhibition. Here, the specialties in international exhibition almost depends on the category of the entrepreneur. 75 to 90% of the expenditure is getting reimbursed. Here, the expenses include travel cost, your stay, and stall rental. Everything is included. So, the marketing front, we are supporting in 3 types. One is single point registration scheme. Second is tender marketing. Third is facilitating the MSMEs to participate in both domestic as well as international exhibition. So this is our marketing scheme. Second, money. So in any business, the cost of finance is more important. So we also know the importance of cost of finance, but as per the government guidelines, we are not going for that procurement of plant and machinery. We are not concentrating because all other nationalized bank, other institutes are taking care. So we are into the role of assisting the MSME sector to procure the raw material. So that's what our scheme is called, raw material finance. Here, don't jump into the conclusion we are going to purchase, help the people only to purchase steel or aluminum or copper raw material. Not like that. Depends on your product. Suppose sometimes a sub-assembly itself can be considered as a raw material for the main product. Sometimes the imported item, some pumps, for example, some of the DC motor, for this kind of imported item where there is no substitutes available in India, we are ready to help that as a consider as a raw material, and we facilitate to open the LC also. We will give the money to open the LC. So once you interact with NSIC in raw material scheme, you can understand better, and whatever your questions at all, we'll answer it subsequently. Here our rate of interest is 9% and annually 1% service charge is there. Apart from that, this is against bank guarantee. The bank guarantee, all entrepreneurs, you know that there are 2 methods of getting bank guarantee. One is fully fund based, second is non-fund based. That non-fund based bank guarantee only will be useful when you come to NSIC. So this is what our raw material finance across India. So far, we have financed more than 3,000 crores from various our branches and zonal offices. Another thing, even for the first time entrepreneur, when they are going for this term loan, we are having a bank tie-up scheme. We have signed MOU with more than 15 nationalized banks. So those entrepreneurs, those who are going for new scheme, they can approach to NSIC. Through NSIC, when NSIC is taking up the process, getting a loan sanction from bank is very simple, and we don't charge any service charge also here. So this is bank tie-up scheme also still effective. Recently, Union Bank of India, last week only they signed MOU with NSIC. So in the finance side, we are going for RMA finance scheme against bank guarantee. Second is we have a bank tie-up scheme. Third, material. So the availability of raw material, everywhere it is available, but once you go through NSIC, you can get the material on controlled rate, government rate. Across India, we have godown operations, particularly Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Jaipur, Delhi, everywhere we have godown facility. We procure the material in bulk and we stock it in our yard based on the requirement of your MSME sector. We are supplying them in whatever fashion they want. Okay. So this raw material, what is the advantage? See, open market, the possibility to increase the price from the dealers more possible. But in NSIC, whatever the government rate, same rate we are giving annually at the end of the year, whatever government is giving discount based on your bulk quantity procurement, the discount is immediately transferred to the MSME. So this is what our material distribution scheme. Then finally, manpower. So technical manpower shortage, you are all facing in the market. Everywhere engineers are available. Getting technician is very difficult. So here, NSIC plays a vital role. Across India, we have 8 technical centers we have. We are concentrating on skill development, and more than 50% of the training programs are sponsored by other government departments. So free training programs are there, paid programs are there. Whatever the latest technology available, all mechanical and all the latest training courses available, and the electronics, computers, and IT side, more than 40 variety of skill development training program we are operating. And not only imparting skill development, we facilitate them in getting employment by going for once in 3 months job mela. So we bring our own MSME entrepreneurs, those who are doing business with us. Apart from that, other people also we are bringing them, and the job seekers and job providers we are bringing in a single platform and facilitating the employment opportunity for the people as well as the manpower requirement for the industry. So this is also free program. We don't charge the MSMEs as well as from the students also. Not only NSIC trained people, even the local youth, those who already got enough technical qualification, they can also participate every 3 months. For the past 1 year, it is not effective because of the reason well known to you, because of COVID-19 and all. Now things are getting clear. Very soon we'll be operating. We'll be going for more job melas. Apart from that, in all the technical centers, we have testing facility. For example, in Chennai, I have a pump and motor testing facility, calibration facility. All the laboratories are accredited by NABL as well as BAS. Even I was in Rajkot, we had 4 laboratory, all material testing laboratory, IC engines laboratory, pump and motor. Other than that, plastic pipe testing facility. So across India, we have very good technical service centers. Then LBS, livelihood incubation centers also. Those who wanted to become entrepreneur, they can attend 45 days free Government of India training program in our center. We teach the basics of entrepreneurship as well as we facilitate them to get the loan from other banks, other government institutes. So now I'm clear. I have explained the basic things about our 4 M's. Okay, basically about marketing support, then money support to the industry. Third is materials. Then finally about manpower. Okay. So now I welcome the questions from the participants so that we'll be happy to reply for you, clarify for you.
Thank you very much, sir. Participants, Mr. Venkatachalapathy sir said yesterday when I was talking to him that I don't want to run scheme after scheme on the display. Rather, I wanted to have more interactive session so that specifically we can even address each one of your concerns or requirements. Hence, he kept the presentation short and more towards Q&A. I already started receiving few questions and I could see it on the chat. Sir, I'd like to take, can I go ahead with the moderation? Can I
Yeah,
start?
please,
Yeah,
please, please.
Yes.
So much. The first question, sir, one Gopinath.
Yeah.
Badiyadakka Gopinath, right? I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it properly. The question is, we are a team of engineers in certification of ISO and safety energy audits.
Okay.
Can we register? If so, how to proceed?
Pardon, sir?
They are actually team of engineers
Okay.
in certification of ISO and safety engineering energy audits.
Okay.
They are asking, can we register? If so, how to go about?
No, actually, this comes under not manufacturing service. They can register and they can approach our NSIC center itself. We will guide them properly. No issue.
Great. I think they have to register. They have to get in, connection with the local NSIC office. No, sir.
They are from where? They are from where?
Can you please unmute and say from where you are, Mr. Gopinath? Okay. So I'll take the next question and then I'll come back to them.
Fine.
How can we know what are the list of materials available?
Materials available for what? Our
Raw materials.
no, raw material finance scheme or material supply.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, unmuted, I think. Let's wait for, yeah. So I'll take this question, sir. How can we know what are the list of materials available? Is this listed in the website?
Yeah, you could first go through the website. There itself, what kind of materials we are supplying list is available.
Okay.
Further, if at all any specific requirement, we will try to see that metal is added. There is no issue.
Okay. I think this is for the manufacturing, MSME manufacturing sector. And is it only applicable for MSME, sir, or even for the large industries?
No. Only we are very specific to MSMEs.
Okay. Next question, sir. Mr. Natarajan was asking, is there any age limit for entrepreneurship training program?
Absolutely no problem, sir. Even the 60 also, I am ready to give training.
Thank you so much. And Mr. Guru Basava asked a question, who can register in NSIC?
For training,
Okay.
no, your question is registration. I have GP registration also, single point registration.
Mr. Guru, can you please unmute and post your correct question, please? Sir, in general, let us tweak this question little bit. Mr. Mr. Go ahead, please.
Who can, in the sense, like, I just wanted to understand what are the like, I have a small company which is a food processing company. It's a very minuscule in nature. So can I register in MSME? Sorry, not NSIC.
Sir, over to you. You got
Tell me, sir.
Mr. Guru, can you please loudly speak, please?
Yeah, I see. We are manufacturing a papad. So can we register in NSIC?
Absolutely no problem. But you see that, ultimate your end customer should be a government fellow. Then only you can get benefit out of your registration.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Okay. Otherwise, suppose you are supplying to small people and all, there is no meaning in wasting your money for registration. You have to get a government order. For that, my registration will be more useful.
So, how to get the government orders then? Is
See,
there
that's what. See, you have to keep on the tenders of government tenders. While going to tenders, our registration will be more useful in getting all the benefits.
Okay, so tenders will be notified where, in NSIC side, MSME or where?
No. See, for that, in that info-mediated service is there. In that, you have to register yourself. A nominal charge will be charged. 1 year, you will keep on get all the tenders from government related to your portfolio.
Okay. So which site you mentioned, sir?
No, you can approach NSIC. We'll give that registration separately. That is called info-mediated services. All government tender information, business lead will be keep on coming to your mail regularly.
Okay.
Good. Thank you very much. It's a nice information. Those who wanted to know the government tenders, you please approach NSIC, they will be able to enable you.
Yes,
And sir, next question is from Mahalakshmi.
okay,
I want to start food processing packaging unit in Chennai.
okay.
How to go about on that?
No. What kind of assistance they are looking from NSIC? See, NSIC, we are very clear. Food processing industry, basically they have to prepare a business proposal and all, they can approach any bank for the term loan. While going for after starting the production, NSIC can jump into the things for raw material finance. Otherwise, project report preparation is any help is required, ask madam to come to NSIC, we'll guide them properly.
I think her question is like, since you said you are offering training program for new entrepreneurship.
No, that is, it will be generic in nature.
Okay.
Okay, so specific food product training and all we don't have. Generic as a businessman, what kind of things to be taken into consideration for business while going for business and all, that kind of project report preparation, everything. Some of the sample projects we can show them in the incubation project, in the entrepreneurship project. See, for example, I have a bakery plant. Okay, they can see the demonstration, how it is going. And even the people, they can think about how to do market and all. We are giving practical exposure.
Okay. This is offered at free of cost, no, sir? You don't charge for this?
Free, sir.
Okay. So friends,
Thank you, sir.
Friends, you can actually connect with NSIC Chennai, which is in Ekadu Tangal. And you can also visit the site to know more about the current programs.
Yeah.
And yes, sir, we will give you the sir's contact number. Somebody asked. So we
Yeah, actually, sir, I want to see. Yeah, you have to go to our NSIC website. In that technical centers, our center will come. In that, what kind of facility available, you can see.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The next question is from Ramakrishna. I want to buy certain machinery from outside India.
Okay.
In what way NSIC assists us?
Outside machinery, we have to check up, sir. Let them send a mail to me. Then I will try to guide you properly. What kind of where the sourcing can be better and all, we can personally guide.
Great. Ramakrishna, please connect with the Chamber of Commerce, Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi. We will email you the details.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, Mr. Gopinath is actually in Kerala near. I'm currently in Kerala near Mangalore.
Bangalore.
Okay, yes. He has given the contact. So, do you have a NSIC office in Mangalore?
No, we have NSIC office at Cochin, sir. Then Coimbatore
Okay.
or Bangalore.
Okay. Actually, Mr. Gopinath said, I am 71 years with 40 years in the oil and gas industry.
Okay.
Certification last 10 years. That's wonderful, sir. You are a resource person for us in the future. Thank you so much. Please connect with us. We will definitely avail your knowledge for our MSME members. And as I'll go to the next question. We want to, Mr. Kamalakannan, we want to purchase raw materials from VSP. I don't know what is VSP means. Will you buy material for us? What is the procedure if so?
No, what is the material?
Mr. Kamalakannan, please unmute and then share your thoughts. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. My name is Kamalakannan. Actually, we want to buy raw material, steel rod, MS or ENI steel rod from Visakhapatnam Steel Plant.
Okay.
Okay, so I came to know that NSIC is procuring material on behalf of us.
Where are you located?
We are located at Osur.
Osur. No problem. It can be done. No issue.
Okay, so we have to approach NSIC.
Yeah. First approach NSIC. We will put you to the correct person so that you are getting your material. No issue.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question is from Kandappan. Hospital registered under MSME can NSIC help?
No, hospital area, health sector, we are not going, sir, because it's a specialized area. So I have to answer after checking about, to my knowledge, the hospital sector, we are not doing anything.
Okay. Sir, because healthcare is a booming sector.
That's okay, but we don't have specialization in supporting that area. I will give a reply for your things. Maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, I'll talk to my headquarters, I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
What kind of help is required specifically? You can take the information from the concerned people. You forward it to me, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll go to the next question, sir. One, Mr. Satyanarayanan. We have already registered with NSIC. We would like to know about the loan from banks. How can I process it? Whether it will be a low interest rate or not?
No, already registered with NSIC as a small scale industry by MSME.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the bank, they will not give any consideration in the interest rate and all.
Okay. Sir, you.
Nowadays, bank interest rates are very nominal. Abdul, see, MSME sector, it's a general rate of interest only, but the bank managers have the discretion when they approach. Suppose there may be a possibility for 0.25 or 0.5, depends on the type of industry they are asking, but I am not very clear in this particular area. Let them approach bank, because from NSIC side, we cannot comment on it.
Okay. Sir, I'm going to ask you a question connected to this point. You said you are offering MSME loans, and bank is also offering MSME loans. So what is the difference between you and the bank?
Very good. See, basically, bank is giving a working capital requirement or CC limit based on the last year turnover. Okay. So last year turnover is 10 crore, means next year, the whole financial year, they can give a CC limit of only 25%, that is 2.5 crore. Okay. But that is also against collateral security only. But in NSIC, our loan is also against collateral security, but we don't have that limitation of only 2.5 like that. Start with, we can go up to 5 crore loan, depends on the requirement of the MSME unit. Subsequently, based on the need, if it is properly justified with the order, copy, government order, or some other source center, we can enhance up to 8 crore also. There is no problem. But bank CC limit, the year beginning when they are fixing it, the whole year they cannot change it.
Got it, sir. It's a boon. It's a boon for MSMEs to really avail it. I
Yes.
guess your interest rate is 9%, no?
Yes, sir. It will be slightly more than bank because we are not equal to bank. We are very clear.
You are coming under NBFC, I guess.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much. I think this is a wonderful piece of information. Even if you have existing bank loan, still you can approach NSIC if you want to expand your business.
Yes, yes, yes. That is what we are playing a vital role. Because bank is having its own limitation. But NSIC, we are coming into your risk. When that is exhausted, you can approach NSIC. We are ready to jump into that.
Thank you so much, sir. There is one more, I guess, concern here that you are offering loans only for the manufacturing sector. You are not offering the service sector at all.
No. Service sector also it is possible, but it is that money requirement is properly justified.
Okay. Service sector, what are the sectors that you are ready to?
For example, but there it will not be much. See, when you are going for manufacturing, your material requirement will be more. But in service, what kind of material requirement? Based on this, suppose, for example, a gentleman who is taking a AC contract for a government building where more than 500 ACs are there. The AC spares itself, sometimes it will go to the tune of 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. That we can support. There is no issue. See, here that compressor and other things and all, it's a requirement for a particular business, service business. We can support.
That's very good, sir. But there is one more concern coming from service sector, even in manufacturing sector. It is more than the machine, raw material. There is something called marketing. MSMEs are actually pretty weak in terms of sales and marketing.
Okay.
So is there a plan, is there a scheme where you can support them for marketing, funding for marketing?
Funding for marketing is strictly speaking no, but in the raw material side, my finance gentleman will give more idea what are the things we are considering. Mr. Kumar, you please answer this question.
I'll add one sub point so that he can answer it very well.
Yeah.
Today's world is moving towards digital marketing. Every company is spending a lot of money on digital marketing. Facebook, LinkedIn, all the promo campaign. So MSMEs have to, be in the race for which they have to invest money on marketing. So marketing is not about manpower marketing, salary. We are talking about digital marketing, digital footprint. So we can show the data to you where we spent and how it has been impacted in the marketplace. Those data people can provide you. But will you be able to support us? Is the question.
No. Right now, generally we are talking about the material finance, but what are the component added in that, my finance will answer it, then I will come for your digital question. Yeah.
Sure.
First of all, I'm Kumar.
Yes, a little loudly, sir. We are not able to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we are able to see you also. Yeah.
I'm KV Kumar, here finance head, and I'm also looking after business development also. See, first of all, you are talking about digital marketing as well as finance. I want to here explain. There is a website called msmemart.com. In our NSIC website, it is called msmemart.com. If you can go through in that website, you can become a member in NSIC first of all. By paying 6,000 rupees, you will get a user ID and password. By using that user ID and password, you can access our website, that is msmemart.com, wherein you will get enquiries directly in your email from the outsiders without even our knowledge. NSIC will not come to the picture at all. It is called B2B, business to business, because your name has been incorporated in the website. So automatically when you say AC, who are all the AC manufacturers will come out, and the person who require AC can directly give an email to your unit. In that you may not be aware how this inquiry has come, because you are a member in NSIC, the person you directly send the mail to you. In the same way, you want to buy something also, you can also access in the website by using this user ID and password. In that aspect only, there is an icon called tenders. In the tenders, if you click, what are all the tenders available in the present scenario, all the sector-wise also will be there, and the industry-wise also will be there. For example, you want to know about the plastic. Then if you click just plastic, all the plastic related tenders will come. So immediately you can just using your user ID and password, you can access inside the tender. That is, who has floated this tender, where we have to apply, whether it is e-tender or physical tender, all the details you will get. Just because you are paying 6,000 plus GST 1,080 to NSIC, we will be giving that user ID and password. So the digital marketing will be very easier for you through this website. That is what I just wanted.
Interesting. So this is new to us, that by paying 6,000 rupees we can become part of your portal, your e-market, where the inquiries can be generated through that. Perfectly fine. Sir, over to you for the digital marketing that you wanted to add some point.
Yeah, actually, sir, so far, the concept of your raw material, in that your marketing expenditure, that we will take up with our headquarters. It's a first time you are asking, we will discuss, and I will come back to you whether any possibility to add in the near future in the raw material scheme. Okay.
Definitely. Sir, just to bring it to your kind notice that Andhra Chamber of Commerce is conducting a digital marketing program. I have conducted several digital marketing programs for MSME entrepreneurs. In fact, it's been supported by German organization NGO, and we offered it free of cost. We don't charge for them. Okay. And we have a 2-day extensive digital marketing tool-based training program, so that they can go and implement digital services by themselves.
Okay.
And end of the day, what happens is they, after learning all that, they come back saying that you taught us everything, but we have learned the technology. But Facebook is asking money, LinkedIn is asking money, Twitter is asking money to do the promo campaign, for which we need money. So that is why this question came up. So if you can really consider this point, I think we can provide a lot of data and analytics to you.
We'll check up, sir. We'll check up.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll go to the next question, sir.
Yeah.
Again, Mr. Guru asked, how does the quality and pricing of materials if sourced from NSIC?
Pardon, sir?
How does the quality?
See, we are getting material, for example, steel means from SAIL, aluminum means from Nalco, Hindustan Carbon. Okay. Like that, we are going from Publicitar only. The quality is guaranteed, no doubt at all.
Over the pricing, sir?
Pricing is a government fixed price. See, same price we are giving. It will be competitive. Absolutely no problem.
Thank you so much. I'll go to the next question, sir. Again, Satyanarayanan. We need few technical manpower. How can we approach NSIC?
Ask them to send a mail to us so that we'll see for the past 3 or 4 year record, those who passed out from center, it is available. If it is related with the training, whatever we are giving, definitely we'll send a list of candidates so that they can call directly for interview.
Excellent.
Otherwise, next job mela they can attend.
Excellent. Thank you.
Even in not only Chennai, even Hyderabad also, we have a very big setup, training setup. That too, it is a latest center with more infrastructure. When job mela is conducted there, we'll give information to you. Your entrepreneur can go there and they can select the candidate, no issue.
That's wonderful. Encouraging. I think somebody wanted to unmute and ask. Is it so? Or I'll go to the next question. I'll go to the next question, sir. One Mr. Jayakumar asked, I am from Chennai, working in IT background. I am looking to move to entrepreneurship. Any kind of opportunity can I get from NSIC? Any assistance from NSIC available related to IT?
Related to IT, in general, it is not there. It is about general mechanical industry, some manufacturing setup it is there. Related to IT, strictly speaking, we don't have generic guidance we can give about finance or business or marketing. Particularly for IT, the people who have the technical knowledge, other commercial aspect, they can learn from NSIC if they attend the 40 days course, then they can think about going for entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Kandaswamy asked one question. Few construction sector MSMEs can material procurement for projects be supported under the raw material assistance program?
Excellent, sir. It is true. It is possible. We have done so many cases. Ask them to approach us.
Wonderful. Another question from Kandappan. Service sector like hospital needs more infrastructure like medical equipments.
Okay.
Government should support for that. That's an appeal he has made.
No. That's what here. That's what I am very clear from the beginning. Our scheme is related to only raw material. This is coming under capital equipment. So we are not into the picture. Only they have to go for nationalized bank only.
Got it. Thank you. And next question, sir. One, Mr. Vijay Kumar asked. Sir, we have another 10 minutes to go. I think we can.
No problem.
Mr. Vijay Kumar posted a question. We are planning to set up a injection molded plastics manufacturing unit, and the machine cost is about 1 crore. Banks are asking for collateral security. Is it possible to avail loan without collateral security from NSIC?
Actually, strictly speaking, practical answer is no. Without collateral, it is very difficult because nobody will give the, see, all financial institutions, they are very clear. Without collateral, they will never do financial assistance. Because there are people says, this scheme is there, that scheme is there. Practically, it is not possible. That much only I can tell.
Sir, but there is something called CGT MSC scheme where it's collateral free, no?
That is what it is. They are claiming, but when you are going only, you face the basic.
But there is something called the Mudra loan. Mudra scheme is also there.
Sir, because being government people, we don't want to comment on certain things. Okay, ask them to directly approach. If they are successful, we are also happy.
Okay, because there is something called 59 minutes loan. Sir,
that's what we are from government, sir. We are not supposed to comment on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm only trying to bring those information to our members here.
Yeah.
So they can.
See, not only this webinar, our details are available with you. You have the liberty to call us or send mail at any time. Within 24 hours, you will get the reply.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And another question from Mr. Sendil Kumar M. What is the possibility of development of app, the software development app with for applying loan from bank through MSME being digital arena? Sir, I think this question is to be posted to IT, IT ministry. I mean, he's asking about technology enablement, sir. The loans and schemes should be again go back to offices of government and ask why not we use app? Why not we use technology to reach out to the government and find out the response?
No. The days are nearing. That much I can tell you. Things are in top. Senior level, people are thinking about that. Maybe it's a matter of time, 6 months or 1 year. That kind of apps will be in the practice.
Good. Thank you very much. Participants, you can still post your question. We have another 5 minutes to go. Before that, I'll ask one question to sir on behalf of all of you. Sir, you talked about a free training program.
Yes.
Entrepreneurial development program and things like that. There are MSMEs, the biggest challenge is one is funding, sir. Practically speaking, the funding is the biggest issue for them. Second one is the right manpower.
Yes.
Though we have a human capital of, very huge I know we have a demographic dividend, but we are not getting the right skilled manpower. So how do you support us in this requirement?
No, that's what I am telling. See, across India, right manpower available at right time is very difficult. We are also partially supporting particularly see, our training programs are, it's a tailor-made program. See, once they pass out from my institute, again in the industry, further training is not required in such a fashion only. Our curriculum, practical, everything is designed. So if it is in line with our courses and all, we can ensure that the industry is getting proper manpower. But in general, there are so many disciplines. Things are, new training institutes are coming. But in the mechanical area or in the electrical or electronics, basic technician level things and all, we are trying to support as much as possible from our own centers. But still, there is a huge gap is there. Only top level government people only answer for this.
Sir, I have a question connected to that. Then I'll go for a last question to you. Sir, you are talking about you have set up program that you are offering and people can subscribe to that and join you and then get trained.
Yes.
Is there a possibility where MSMEs can come up saying that we have employees, let us say 5-10 employees, but we want to skill them on certain areas. Will you be able to train them at no cost basis?
Good, but it's not no cost basis. When MSME is asking for specialized program, definitely it will be a paid program. But we have certain things. There is, for example, in Tamil Nadu Skill Development Corporation, annually they are giving some project to us to train certain people and all. We will try to suit with that particular title and we can give that is, but pre-program, it's again, it's a question mark, but otherwise we can fulfill their requirements, specific training area, we can organize the training program, but free, again, it's a question mark. We'll check up, sir.
Fine, thank you so much. And I'll go for the last one question, sir.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I read this, madam? Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Ashoka Nanda has this question. I want to empanel me as a trainer in NSIC. What is the procedure?
Ask madam to send the biodata, we'll check up with our requirement. Definitely, whenever demand comes, we'll utilize madam services. No issue.
Thank you very much, sir. Madam Vijayalakshmi, please. I think one more.
Yeah,
You can also.
one more question. One more question is there. Before that, do you think that I can ask this question?
Yeah, no problem, please.
Yeah. Sir, actually, NSIC in my earlier capacity, I used to work a lot with NSIC and even Mr. Tyagarajan, Mr. Madhu, Mr. Kamalakannan, so many people in NSIC I worked with. And I just want to know, I used to remember that you have a warehouse scheme, no, in Dubai or somewhere. Is it still okay? Is it working still?
Earlier, we had our offices in Dubai as well as South Africa. It's not warehouse. We have our own business office there. But after,
but you were also providing facility for warehouse, right?
Earlier it was warehouse program. Right now, we are not into warehouse. But whatever your Dubai and South Africa office and all, now they closed. We are in Indian office.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Even we have our own software technology park in Chennai or in Hyderabad. We have a ready-made space for MSMEs. Those who wanted to have their office and all with the minimum IT requirement, kind of ready-made office. So that
I remember that because you were the pioneers in setting up that in way back in 2004 or 5, if I remember right.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a very good setup actually. Even in Ekatatangal, I used to see.
There only we are located. Ekatatangal, we have the space.
Very good setup that is. People can avail that facility really because you know that fully well infrastructured facility.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think one more last question, Mr. Anand.
Yes, madam. Sir, one Mr. Gulothangan asked this question. Of course, it is not a question, but it is a kind of a complaint, I would say.
No problem. No. See, any complaint is there, we will try to solve it.
Yeah, I don't know whether it belongs to NSIC directly. Anyway, I'll read out. I registered for export-import course MSME, organized by MSME by Mr. Pankaj Pandey. I had issues with the language it was taught and method of teaching. So I immediately informed the organizer and he asked me to sign out of class and refund the money. I've been requesting him for several months. There's no proper response. I mean, I don't know whether it belongs to NSIC.
No, it may be a MSME institute.
Okay.
It is not. See, they are our counterparts. We are all coming under the same ministry, but they have separate identity.
Yeah.
Got it. Mr. Gulothangan, I think we can take it offline and we will connect with the people and check out. Thank you very much for posting your concern anyway. We need to know what's happening. Sir, I think we have come to the end of the 1 hour discussion. So thank you very much. It's a lovely interaction because more than the presentation, it's all about answering the questions, which are dynamic and swift. And we are very grateful to you and your team members. And with this, I would like to invite our co-chair, Mr. Prashant, to give vote of thanks. If anything else, Mr. Dinesh.
Actually,
We have
thank you,
the,
sir. Hello, just a minute, Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity given to NSIC to explain about our schemes to the real entrepreneurs. Okay, it's a beginning. Further, if not webinar, you can always contact NSIC. Our address is there, phone numbers are there. We are ready to support, guide, and see that at the end of the day, the entrepreneur is getting some benefit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Madam Vijayalakshmi, you want to say?
thank you, sir. No, there is an e-memento before the vote of thanks. So just want to.
Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. So before we proceed with the vote of thanks, we would like to present an e-memento to the speaker of the day. Thank you very much, sir, for the lovely interaction. And as I was telling that the NSIC were pioneers in so many things, and all these 4, which is very important: money, manpower, material, and marketing. These are all the very important things that the MSME requires. And thank you for explaining the schemes in detail. And I request Ms. Madhu to please give us a e-memento screen, please. I request the president to give this e-memento to the speaker.
Okay.
So this is a e-memento that is
Thank
given
you,
to
madam.
the
Thank you. Thank you.
guest. This will be sent to you by email, sir. Thank you. So I now invite Mr. Prashant Kumar.
Prashant is unable to actually mute, he says. You have challenge, Prashant? Oh, okay. Madam Vijayalakshmi, I think I request you to kindly give vote of thanks.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I really thank Mr. Venkata Jalapathy for the ardent, and it was a very good explanation on all the schemes, and thank you very much, sir. It is very useful to the MSMEs. As you rightly said, this is not the end of it. Definitely we look forward to more such sessions, webinars, as well as physical sessions when the pandemic gets over. Thank you very much for an excellent presentation, and I thank Mr. M.K. Anand for his continuous support and organizing such programs for the MSMEs. I thank the president for the support that she provides for all the programs. I thank all the participants who have been kind enough to attend the program. And for any questions related to the session, I request all of you to please feel free to send us a mail to andhrachamber1@gmail.com, and definitely you will get the reply soon. And as far as the recording of this program is concerned, it will be put in the YouTube, and the mail will be sent to all the members, whoever has registered, and you can view the session later on also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sunita Varsala.